Both parties have returned to their positions. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may—
At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective. As the countdown began, when the flatbed trolley he did not realize. Finally, he used the vase to at this time. So Linney proceeded afterward. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objection?
The key to refuting. Seems this... Linney did not take... Linney went... According to Linney...
Attention! Ace when the countdown started, but he immediately used once he reached the crime scene. And finally, he reached... I did it!
In other words, you believe
That's right!
If
that's the... Assuming...
Well, you're saying that he wasn't.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more... Are you sure we don't need to give this... That's right! This means that when the crime happened, the same clue...
Well played. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linney who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Could there have been a... The deceased's name is Cow...
That can't be...
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be... No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. Halsey's clothing was in the deceased's name. It would have been tougher. Linney was not in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have... No one entered or... Halsey's clothing was in the...
What's wrong, Traveler?
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like if only we...
Well, that would be nice, but it's not like this is a magic...
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linney was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our... The sound we heard may have come... The deceased's name... The vase was not broken.
Oh, I don't get it! Lynette, if there's a...
How could a person ever... Magic tricks...
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps a new line, since Cal was the deceased, but given that we aren't making...
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney, since the trial does indeed appear to... Guards!
We are still examining we discovered several test tubes of fluid, the notebook, the primary, the notes contents, the notebook, one of these two, the notes also, as such, we...
You've got it, but something so...
Wait a moment, this reminds me of...
If people can become water, does that... Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Mademoiselle, wait! What about your problem?
Let's go. Distrust...
Order! Still, guards, Mr. Linney.
Of course, if we uphold...
Right! Like the metal heart! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that.
Now it seems like the... The deceased's name... The water from the prime... The rope that held the water... I remember, there was... The water from the primordial... The net was in the magic... Now it seems like the... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linney's assistant. The rope that held the water... The water from the primordial sea. The net was in the magic... The water from the primordial... The water from the primordial... Now it seems like the hook...
In the original, when the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would, when the balloon afterward, Cowell would enter the... But...
Huh, but
Oh dear.
Now, it seems like his notes meant.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me. I shall now invite him on stage.
Thank you, Your Honor. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea.
What?
That can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully does this not clear all doubt? My dears. Linnea did not need to take part in the having made modifications to the but upon his ultimately he knocked Cowell now as my. Am I right?
We've used up all the evidence. Is this the end?
Oh no.
I believe this is indeed. Now then, excuse me,
Miss, I must.
Oh, come on, don't be hasty. I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a
No offense, miss, but
Come on now, don't be silly. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth? And what is so come on, but as magic makers, and start.
I understand.
And voila.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. Where should I begin? Firstly, my name isn't Hall. I heard that Lynn. That's how I make a living. But I was.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. Lynn even
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then he even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. So I played along with the show. I wasn't going to take that. There was nowhere to run. I slipped out after the first guard arrived.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, had I known that.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now.
This time, we needed to... The strange sound... The flower vase was not... Liliane was a...
And it's Ace Detective Teyvat! Having been selected out of hermetically intent, hearing the commotion, he did not know that mistakenly the two broke with no way of escape. She knew that she
had already become desperately hungry by the time we were.
At this point, all the events.
Rather.
Now then, lady, please answer the...
What? No, I have no further.
Wow.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, with some modifications to the selector, he could, to cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance. He poured the water. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel. If all had gone to plan, the young woman, realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Liliane, thinking that the water set. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked on Liliane according to her own. As for Linny, from this reconstruction of events, we can... While there is much in Linny and Liliane's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case at least can be handed over to the Oracle. As such.
Great work, partner. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, how did you find the...
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know.
I suspect that... I'm sure you know...
Speak quickly, unless you want to earn yourself a one...
We were supposed to place blame...
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, therefore you would be wise to tell everything you know. And...
Yes, our boss discovered that the water... It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause... We've been in this business for...
And now he can...
Such ruthlessness.
Unoutraged. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, we're just going back now? That's
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny.
I know you may not want to speak, but still. Let me thank you. I didn't approach as for what... That was how father, who you might know it...
A knave?
That's right. Back when our parents survived, I took my sister to my surprise before long.
So you went from...
That was how we... But he would constantly...
That doesn't seem too bad either.
After one particular... I waited a long time after we returned home, but the answer he gave me was...
Oh no. But what if Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion. All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in...
So...
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered... the knave, might have seen... The House of the Hearth welcomes you. For your interest, I was hesitant, but she was also...
Oh, so that's how...
She has gained permission.
So...
That's right. Today's case is everyone at home to us orphans.
So, from...
It's alright. I just hope you can... If you should need anything at all...
Bye, Linny!
with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that... Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, and given that there's new evidence...
I see. Well, sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Oh, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing... sorry. Wait, should we...
Huh? Do we...
Well, I'd just like to have... Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your...
You don't have to twist my arm.
Oh, wonderful. In that case...
All right, then.